Aside from a few random stuff I did on drawing and stuff like that, it's been actually 1 whole year since I actually done drawing seriously. So let's get back to it. As I've been more focused on the 3D stuff recently, finding stuff from 1 year back and half a year back, it's actually pretty damn difficult to find. That represented my skill level at least, because mainly due to physical issues, there wasn't a lot of accurate results. But here's a few samples from about a year ago on my webcomic chapter 1, and also here's a few examples from half a year ago on just a few fun illustrations that I decided to do. So, long the introduction aside, here is me jumping onto drawing tablet and started drawing. This drawing took about 1 hour, I believe, and yeah, this is a simple drawing of a face. Mainly focusing on sculpting for a while now. I actually forgot about how to do perspectives. I forgot how to use perspectives when you do 2D drawing. I always think of a complete item now. When I see a computer, I just visualize that in multiple different angles and I just do the actual basic shape on the computer with everything fully set. But now when you're drawing something in 2D, you only had to draw something in one perspective, and that's something I had to get used to. It's like one of the strangest things for me now. Hopping into 2D drawing is really strange. I remember hopping onto the drawing tablet and I just like, what am I supposed to do here? It's like, it only been 1 month since I touched it, but that was when I was my arm was still hurting as hell. But now since my body has gotten a lot better, it just feels a lot strange. Like I was able to get more accurate lines and yeah, and the things I think inside my head can actually represent it. I remember when I first did the drawing though, I got a lot of proportions wrong. I remember putting the hair way too high. The hair and the face ratio was completely off, and the body was too small for the head to contain it. And doing the draw was like freaking awful. Switching from the manly sculpting from my 3D sculpting series within Blender to this cute style is a striking contrast. And for the last few weeks, I have just been focusing on the muscle structure, how everything's compelled together, and now it's like everything's thrown out the window. You try to make things cute, you try to add a hair in. The eyes are so big, it's not used to. It's like I try to focus on realism within my sculpting series, and now switching over here, it's like everything is weird. It's like you can't, things change in a way you don't expect. I'm so used to holding out my second button on my pen drawing tablet to hit the middle mouse button to rotate everything, and every time I try to make final corrections, like smaller detail corrections, when I try to correct my drawing, I have a habit to try to rotate my drawing around, and like it's like so awkward now these days. For the last few months, I've been focusing on 3D modeling stuff, architecture work, and now you're just asking me to draw a character out. Now it's like awkward as hell. I got the forehead proportions wrong at the very beginning. The eyes were too close together to make it look tense in the first sketches, but it turns out a lot better. Skipping ahead a little bit, I started adding colors a bit, and it's actually surprising how well my techniques that I used from 1 year ago on my webcomic actually stayed clear. So as always, I like to add a base brown and use a soft brush to add the final details. For this drawing though, I think I used 3 different sketches, so this was the third sketch that I did. Usually I usually stay with 2, but this is a special case. So I use I believe I use a 80% hardness brush to add the final details in the eyes, but most of the other shadings I think I did with a 0 hardness brush inside of Photoshop. So I added the base color and I've masked every single other color after it. So same thing I did on the hair with the face. I added base color and just masked everything over it. So I added base yellow and just add a darker tone to it with a harder brush and test how that works. I didn't like it, so I switched over to my 0 hardness brush, which I'm pretty damn used to. So I use 3 variants of color usually for shading. I use 1 lighter color, 1 middle tone color, 1 dark color, and 1 white. So that would technically make it 4 different colors. And you just see me in the bottom here working hard. Am I kidding? He's probably slacking off. No one likes him there. So in the end of it, I just adjust the colors a bit. I make things a bit more liking. Add a bit of more white for the shine reflection, and that is my drawing eyeball. And yeah, so that is my first drawing in about half a year proper. So I hope you like my experimental on this one. Haven't done a drawing video for a long while, and just wanted to make a quick one over here. So adjusting the colors a bit, we have the curve tool, Control L, inside of Photoshop, and yeah, and this is about the drawing done, adding a bit, correcting a bit of the shading, the lighting a bit, the reflections, and yeah, and here's the final product. So a reason why I want to practice my drawing skills around this time is that I plan to make a webcomic series. Yay! So this is my character draft so far, and this is probably going to be the final character with a huge ass pen coming from the back. It's probably going to be a pretty cool adventure series, and this probably might be my third attempt so far, and this will be pretty cool. So to get practice a bit drawing and just continue sketching. So tomorrow I'm probably going to finish off the sculpting series for my character, and yeah. Have a good day, buddy, and see you later.